Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Well, the Bauer from Harbor Freight pressure washer finally died. They get used extremely hard here at the shop. I have no qualms about it, and I was happy with it. But it has been replaced with the GrandFalls Pressure Washer Pro Model HP174-G30 from Giraffe Tools. This is a wall-mounted unit, 3,300 PSI max. And we'll break everything down for you. We'll unbox it and we'll get it up on the wall, and I will demonstrate for you how the unit works. What's included? Well, you'll pull out of the box the electric pressure washer itself, 100-foot replaceable hose, gray in color, metal foam pot, a 4 expansion bolt kit, M80-70 hex, wall fixed base, lead-in hose, 4 quick connect nozzles, 0, 15, 25, 40 degree, a trigger gun, a spray wand, a hub pin, and a needle clean out tool. They do throw a foam cannon in with the kit. Not impressed. The bottle, the reservoir bottle, very small, very light. We'll give it a shot, though, towards the end of the video. Some production information. Gross weight, 66 pounds. So you will be mounting this to 2 strong studs in the wall, or concrete. Max pressure, initial discharge, 3,300 PSI. Rated pressure, 2,500 PSI. These numbers, guys, are always going to be inflated. Keep that in mind. Max flow, nozzle open, 1.6 gallons per minute. Flow rate, 1.1 gallons. Again, 100-foot hose, 120 volt, 1800 watt brushless motor, 14 amp. The max water inlet pressure temperature in between 40 and 104 degrees. The inlet water pressure, 0.8 PA or 116 PSI, and a 6-foot power cord included. This is a hefty mounting bracket, and again comes with the 4 M80-70 hexagon socket self-tapping screws, so find a nice sturdy wall to mount it on. A quick walk around the unit before we throw it together, mounted on the wall. Very, very simple. We have the power switch on the side, on off. The front is where the retractable hose will be fed from. Now on the bottom is the motor. On the other side we have the inlet, and that's where you feed water into the unit. That's where it gets its water. And you have 2 handles to lift it. And that's all there is to it, looking at it from the outside. Let's get this thing mounted. We'll get the mount. We'll get some holes drilled into the wall. And if you were going to get it on a concrete or block wall, it has everything you need in the kit to get it mounted. Once again, if it's not going to be mounted on a block or concrete wall, make sure you have it on some sturdy studs. Normally, probably best to mount it lower on the wall, but there's a lot of stuff already there, so we're going to mount it just a little bit higher. And that means we just have to lift the unit a little bit higher to get it up on the wall, slide it down into its mount, and there it will stay, hovering above the floor. 100-foot of hose on a self-retracting reel is more than enough to get all the way across the shop and pull enough hose to get around a car at the end of the shop. You can lock it in from there, and then with a quick tug, it will start to retract the hose back into the wall. Now, those are going to be the mechanical issues I will keep an eye on because they normally go first, and the electric motor then to follow. And the only real issue that I will look for, as you can see the reel, how it goes back and forth and feeds it in real nice and tidy. That's something I'm going to keep an eye on mechanically to see how long it lasts. I do have a Max Shine snub nose. I've had around forever, for years, and it still works perfectly fine. So we're going to put that on the end of the hose, and that's what we're going to use to attach our foam cannons to. We do want to hold on to the long wand as well so we can attach the Ryobi undercarriage cleaner to it. The water inlet hose has its own filter, sort of a backup, because we have the water going through, well, plenty of filters and a treatment center in the back of the building as well. So, from the water treatment in the back of the building in through this clean garage portable filter here, and up through the hose into the pressure washer. Time to fire it up and demonstrate how it works. We have enough hose pulled out all the way over here in the last bay to get completely around the vehicle. Plenty of pressure to get in and up and blow mud and dirt from those inner fender wells, whether they're felt or plastic, and does a fantastic job. All right, let's demonstrate with a foam cannon. We're going to hook up our own first, the MJJC version 2.0. And once again, yes, that bottle reservoir is deformed because of just using a little bit of warm water. So be mindful of that when you order, that they're very thin and they're definitely not indestructible. But yeah, this thing pumps out some nice looking foam. If you like the real thick, rich shaving cream foam, you'd be smiling from ear to ear. Swap out the foam cannon for the nozzle, whether it's 25 degrees or 40 or whatever you like. Point it down towards the floor and test it. That's plenty of pressure to blow that nozzle out onto a car and dent it, or even crack your glass. But it quickly and easily rinses the foam and dirt free from the surface. Now, there are plenty of channels that probably already have or will test the gallons per minute, the flow, the rate. I don't have time for that, and the pressure washer is only 0.3% of the detailing process here at the shop, so I don't make that big of a deal. What matters to me most is how it performs the way we use it. Blowing mud and dirt from the inner fender wells, using the foam cannon, rinsing. It does get used 2 to 3 times per day, every single day. Compared to other units, it's quiet. So let's swap over to the foam cannon. Kind of a joke of a foam cannon, but let's swap over to that. Again, way too small. It doesn't work smooth at all. This here, I would just leave in the box or find the nearest trash can. But the pressure washer itself, I really enjoy, and I will keep you up to date when it comes to durability on that retractable hose situation and the electric motor itself. Using a regular foam cannon, we would have that much left, and with the one that comes in the box, you'd have to fill it up twice. Yeah. Anyways, so far, the washer itself, I've used it plenty since I've done this video, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.5 out of 10 so far.